Hey guys, me and Matt are here for the review of Screen Unseen, Obsession, and that was a really weird movie, wasn't it?
It was definitely different. I understood the plot straight away, but it was definitely different.
Yeah. So what it was about, I let this bike go past because it made a lot of noise. Yeah, it's gone now. So, yeah, this movie was about, at first, it was about like a guy who was obsessed with the girl, wasn't he?
I wouldn't say obsessed. He fancied her, he wanted to be with her, but he just didn't have the confidence to be with her. So he wasn't obsessed. It was not like he follows her everywhere. It was just he really had an attraction, but he just didn't have the confidence to speak to her other than work colleague members.
Yeah. Yeah, so he fancied her, and his workmates knew, didn't they?
Yeah, they tried to help him get the confidence to speak to her, but every time he tried, he fumbled, which happens when you find someone attractive. Sometimes you just don't have the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
Are you just recording the book?
Yeah. Well, I'll show it you when you talk. But yeah. So so they go for drinks because they work in the same company, don't they?
Yeah.
Her and the other friends. And then does she do the thing or him?
He does.
Oh, and that's where the obsession comes in because he wanted her to date him. His words was, "I want her to fall in love with me more than anyone in the world." I think those words, he should have thought more carefully of how he put that, because asking someone to fall in love with you, I think that's something they've always said. Don't mess with love or people's feelings, because you never know how much it's going to affect. And this one, I don't think she would have liked him. I think she liked him as a friend. I think the other woman who he had a co-worker with, she wanted to be with him genuinely, but the other girl, she just saw him as a friend. Yeah, well, before she got possessed by this spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then yeah, and like you said, when she hugged him because he's cat dog, didn't he? He went really tight, didn't he, with the hug?
He got a bit.
He liked that, didn't he?
He liked it too much because he was like, that's all he's ever been wanting. He's wanted physical contact, not necessarily sex, but he just always wanted physical contact with her in any form. And he just didn't want to let that hug go. It became a little bit uncomfortable to watch, to be honest. But
oh, the hug,
yeah.
How he was reacting to it.
Yeah, it looked like it was very a tightened hug, like he didn't look comfortable.
Well, he liked it, didn't he?
Yeah, but she just saw it as just
a friendship hug.
Friendship hug, nothing to it.
I've had them before from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he does the spell, and then that's when things start to change, don't they?
At first, it looked a bit harmless. It looked like she's just coming on to him, but it just seemed a bit weird out of the blue. But then she was making up little lies about this one. Actually actually triggered me a little bit when she was lying about her dad having cancer, knowing that I'm actually dealing with that right now with family members, so that one actually did trigger me a bit.
But apparently she didn't get on with him though, did she?
No, so and to be honest, I bet the real person wouldn't have done that, but the obsession, she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she didn't. And then they then she came, then he dropped her home, and then she kept coming back, didn't she, to ask him questions?
Well, first time
to see if he liked her.
One time, well, it weren't a couple of times. The first time he took her to his house, then the second time.
But he dropped her off.
No, the co-worker dropped her off, and then she turned up to his house.
The second time. No, I'm on about the first bit where he drops her off, and then she goes to go in, then she comes back.
That was after the spell.
And then she said, "Fuck it, let's go back to yours." Then she went back to his.
That was the spell talking.
Yeah, and that was the spell. And then she was keep coming in and out of this character, wasn't she?
Yeah, because there was the real version of her that was trying to fight through it, and then the obsession part. And I said this in my review, she played that role very well. She played
watched
that
your
crazy
review back,
bitch.
so I was finishing my drink. I only heard a bit.
She played that role very weird. She did it very well. She seductive, crazy, everything.
Yeah.
You could have kept going.
Yeah, but I'm
anyway.
wary. I don't. Guys, to be honest, I don't like recording out in time. But I don't mind with him. I'll never do this on my own. Fuck that. But that's the thing though. If I lose this, I can't get home.
Yeah, I know.
So I can't lose this. But anyway, yeah. So and then it gets really fucking weird. One thing I thought, this film was too long.
It was a long film.
It was a really long movie, like a 2-hour movie, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Really long. It did take some time to get going, but it was a decent movie though. But to the killing parts, to the weird parts first, before the killings. So she keeps talking about his cat, and what she ends up doing is she fed him his cat, didn't she?
Yeah.
In a sandwich.
Which I know you thought she killed the cat, but she didn't.
Yeah, I thought she did.
It was before that, but she got the cat out, digged the cat out for a burial in the kitchen, which first that was weird, and then in the lunch break when he was at work, he basically was eating, and then he found out he was been eating his dead cat all this time, so it made him be a bit sick. So yeah, that was weird. It was
very weird. And this was one of, you have to get the next bus.
I know, in Ontario.
Yeah, and then there was just some weird moments in this movie. I said to Matt, one of the weirdest movies I've seen is The Shining, about a guy who's in a mental health hospital, then he goes on a crazy run and kills people. This is more weird than that, and that was really weird. But
it was good for its time.
The Shining, yeah, it was good for its time, yeah. And then that was fucked up, wasn't it, when she was in the pub and she got a glass and kept smashing it across her face. Yeah, she kept smashing it across her face. She bled. A lot of blood came out. Then they played some game. We'll do these bits and then we'll get to the killings. Then they did a game where they dared each other, didn't they, to kiss each other, someone on the left.
Well, it was different things. It weren't just...
well, this was one of the dares they did.
She got the dare of doing some story, and she made it really, really creepy. And then he had the dare of kissing someone on the left. So
and she was going to kiss... The other girl was going to kiss him.
Yeah.
Then she went behind her, pushed the chair back, and then kneeled down and she made him kiss her instead. Yeah, but she was an attractive woman.
To be fair, if you're in a relationship, you're not going to kiss another girl, even if it's for a game.
She was very controlling, like, she just...
I don't think she knew what she was doing. It wasn't a proper girl, so...
Yeah. And then we get to the killings, because Matt does have to go in the next few minutes. He's got to get his bus home. So, the killings there was a few.
Only two.
I think there was two, wasn't there?
Two, and then the big incident at the end, which was crazy.
Yeah, where he dies, yeah. So,
in the car.
Was the car one was first, wasn't it? Yes. I was getting mixed up with what incidents was. And then we'll give it a score out of 10 after we talk about what happened in the movie. So, they was in the car. He texted. I had to read out the texts to you, didn't I? Because you couldn't see them.
People got annoyed with that.
I didn't notice.
And they kept looking over when you were speaking.
Well, he couldn't read it because he can't see small printed writing. So I just read it out to him. I didn't notice. I don't really notice what people say or do when I'm in cinema. To focus on the movie. But so yeah, she texted him to come out. She had to tell him a few things, and then he did. And then she talked about was it going to uni? She was going to some college, wasn't she?
Something big, yeah.
Some college, and then she hints at like you need to go out with someone who's less controlling and that.
Relaxed.
And then he said, "What like you?" And it looked like something was going to happen. And then literally, this made him jump a bit because I noticed in the corner of my eye. Then she came running with a brick, didn't she? Smashed the glass, got the brick near the wheel, and kept smashing her head up against the brick.
So her face was in smithereens. It's like she went 10 rounds of Terrifier.
That was out of nowhere though, wasn't it? The way she just ran into the glass.
And then boom.
Yeah, that made him jump a bit. And made everyone jump, really. Because it was one of those unexpected moments, wasn't it? It happened out of nowhere, look. And then she's dead. Then, just before I get to him killing her, her shooting the other lad, she then sat her in the chair, didn't she? In the...
She got rid of her.
Yeah. And then the guy comes in, he does a spell, and he's trying to figure out, the other lad who's the main character, how can I stop this from happening? And one of the shopkeepers said suicide. And then...
Well, he had that by a call, and then the shopkeeper. He tries to get
his mate to make the wish of stop getting her to love him. And then instead of that, he wished for $1 billion, and it all dropped from the sky.
He didn't take it seriously, but then he did afterwards.
Yeah.
But to quicken that, he didn't think much to it, and she actually shot him in the face. Yeah, she shot him and killed him.
And then she came with a knife as well, didn't she? And then she hid in the bathroom. He took loads of tablets and killed himself.
Yeah.
And then she woke up from the obsession spell and found him dead. The other two dead, and that's then probably going to lead her going to jail. It didn't show that bit, but it would be.
And unfortunately, it did say once the spell runs off, she will just go back to herself, and then just imagine a dead corpse right on your feet.
She didn't even know it happened.
Nothing.
But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. It was long, but it was good. It was pretty good. So I'll do my score out of 10, then you, then we'll end it. It was weird, but it was interesting. It was intriguing. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was alright. It was pretty good. What about you?
I think I gave it between a 6 and a 7.
What would you give it if you had to give it?
I think I gave it a 6 or 7 on mine, so I'll probably give it around that.
What, between a 6 and a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I'd recommend people to watch it. But it is weird. Really, really weird. But yeah, we enjoyed it. What was strange was normally like the trailer of a movie, if it shows on the movie you don't see it, but this time it was, so I was quite surprised about that.
I was right.
Yeah, he did think it would be that. But this be the last cinema trip I do until my next payment. I won't have any money now. And I'll upload also the I'll do that first, the food reviews me and Matt did earlier tonight. So we're gonna go now. Thanks for watching our review. Bye for now, guys.